position. You gon' make me call my bros for assistance. Make me call my bro.
Baby, I'm a savage, I ain't romantic. When I come around, these rapping chicken start to panic.
Oh, what up, Wolfpack? This is Caroline Gonzalez. Thanks for joining me for episode 5 of The Wolfpack, bringing you all the new and great information about Loyola Athletics. Thanks for joining me today, November 9th. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and start with women's basketball, who is ranked number 24 in the NAIA D1 preseason poll. The Wolfpack took on NCAA Division I Southeastern Louisiana University. The team conquered their first win of the season with a 76-62 victory over the Lions. Megan Temple, Moody, was a beast on the court, recording her first double-double of many, with 22 points and 17 rebounds. Point guard Diamond Jackson also had a double-double with 13 points and 10 rebounds. Loyola shot 40% from the floor and won the rebounding battle 65-40. The team also had another short road trip to Selma, Alabama, where they took on the Selma University Bulldogs. The Wolfpack defeated the Bulldogs, of course, 84-54, but due to lack of communication and stats from Selma University, I don't have any stats or recap from the game. The Lady Wolfpack had their matchup in the Battle of Ferret this Tuesday, November 8th, but since I record the day before the release date, I can't predict the future, obviously, but make sure you check out the stats and recap the game on LoyolaWolfpack.com. The team will be on the road again to travel to Austin, Texas, shout out, to compete against Huston-Tillotson College, and then to Dallas, another shout out, to compete against Paul Quinn College. I was born in Austin, but I live in Dallas, so I'm pretty excited for this road trip, along with many of my teammates who are from Texas, who have many people coming to this game, so hopefully it's a great turnout for the Wolfpack. The team will come back to New Orleans to compete at Xavier University on November 15th at 5:30, and then will compete at home against Suno on November 17th at 12:30. We are at the beginning of the season for the men's and women's team, so make sure you're getting out and supporting both teams on the first NBC court in the sports complex.
We the ones popping, we the ones shopping.
Speaking of men's basketball, our men's basketball team started off their season great with a win against Carver Bible College on Monday, October 24th. The final score was 74-60. Johnny Griffin Jr. recorded a double-double, again first of many, with 16 points and 13 rebounds. Johnny Griffin Jr., if you do not know, can jump out of the gym. Literally, I've seen his chin hit the rim. It's insane. So it's no wonder he had all those rebounds and 2 slam dunks in the Carver Bible College game. Point guard Nick Parker had 16 points along with 3 assists and 3 steals. He's one of those guys that will come out of nowhere, and once he turns on the Jets, he's gone. Jalen Gray had 13 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals. Jalen Gray is just so great at getting to the rack, getting through the bodies in the paint, and just making his way around them and getting the ball right into the bucket, and is really good at finishing around the basket. Nick and Jalen are just really good at both of their positions. They're interchangeable. They can be a shooting guard. They can be a point guard, which is a definite plus for this Wolfpack team. During the men's second matchup against LSU Alexandria, they put up a good fight, but fell to the Generals 80-66. This game was so fun to be at. Half the crowd was from LSUA, half the crowd was from the Wolfpack. Everyone was just going at it in the stands, and the guys on the court were being so competitive. It was just a lot of fun to be at, and I'm glad our guys could put on a show. A quick recap of the game. In the first half, it was very close. The Wolfpack trailed by only 2 going into halftime. But in the second half, the Pack just had a lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls, and they just couldn't take the lead. Johnny Griffin Jr. once again had a double-double with 17 points and 14 rebounds, while Nick Parker had 16 points and 4 assists. Big man Nate Pierre went up against the big dogs in the paint and had 10 points and 6 rebounds. On this past Thursday, November 3rd, the men's team participated in the Battle of Ferret against Tulane University in the Devlin Fieldhouse. Nick Parker led the team with 17 points, all coming in the second half. Johnny Griffin Jr. went up and grabbed 7 rebounds and had 16 points. Jalen Gray also worked his way to 12 points in the loss against the Green Wave. Loyola shot just 37% from the floor and 16% from behind the arc and struggled from the free throw line, shooting just 62%. By far not the best game for the Wolfpack, but I have no doubt they'll improve as the year goes on and be exciting to watch. On the road against Selma University on Saturday, our Wolfpack won 77-52, and sophomore Ethan Turner had a career-high 18 points. Again, due to lack of communication and stats from Selma University, I do not have a recap from this game. Men's basketball competes against Suno at Suno on November 8th, and then against Xavier on November 15th. So if you can make it out, make sure to make it to those games and cheer on your Wolfpack. The next home game for the men's team will be on November 19th at 4 p.m. on the first NBC court versus Selma University. Make sure you make it out to these games and cheer loud for your Wolfpack team. On to golf. Okay, I'm not going to lie here and pretend that I know a lot about golf because I just don't. My dad does, my brothers know a lot, but I just never picked it up. But I'll try my best, fake it till I make it, so just bear with me on this one. Our golf team went to the Arrowhead Country Club on Tuesday, November 1st for the SSAC Fall Preview hosted by Faulkner University. Our men's team finished in 4th place with Mark Najoka shooting a 145, Wesley Gilmore shooting a 149, and AJ Shellner shooting a 152. Our women's team finished in 5th place with a big helping hand from Alexis Hazard, who jumped 11 spots from the previous day of the tournament, which is huge. Individually, Alexis Hazard finished 10th, shooting a 156. Jules Narwark, who led the team all year, finished 14th, shooting 157. Daria Delfino finished 20th, shooting a 160. And Ashley Rogers finished 27th, shooting a 168. Personally, I do not like running. I don't know how people do it for fun. I don't know how people do marathons. It is the worst thing ever. I know I play basketball, but still, just running for fun seems like the worst thing in the world to me. But for these athletes on the cross-country team, they are killing it. They completed their season on Friday, November 4th, when they competed in the Southern States Athletic Conference Cross-Country Championship. During this championship, environmental studies sophomore Anthony Rizzi placed 7th out of the 6 teams competing. Assistant coach Olivia Mahaffey commented on the way Rizzi ran and said, "It wasn't necessarily his fastest race by time, but the way he ran it was incredible. He had to get ahead of multiple people in order to place, and at one point there was one guy 200 meters in front of him, and he passed them." End quote. This means that at one point in the competition, there was one competitor 200 meters in front of Rizzi, and Rizzi had to book it to get in front of him in order to place for the national tournament. What a great accomplishment by Anthony Rizzi. With his 7th place finish of 27 minutes and 47 seconds, Rizzi secured himself a spot in the 2016 National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, or the NAIA, Cross Country National Championship in Elsa, Illinois on November 19th. As far as expectations for the national competition, Rizzi says, "I don't have any expectations. I never do before any of my races. I just have fun with it." End quote. In their 6th place finish in the SSAC Conference Championship, each member of the men's team finished in the top 50 individually. Business and Finance sophomore Brian Davis placed 28th, undeclared freshman Austin Palmore 36th, International Business and Finance sophomore Hernan Espinal, 38th. International Business sophomore Malcolm Pitchford, 41st. Business Management sophomore Melvin Bergeron, 42nd. And Criminal Justice senior Earl Coates, 45th. Earl Coates volunteered to run in this race because they needed another racer, so Earl Coates said why not and ended up placing 45th. So way to step up to the challenge, Earl, because I know I sure wouldn't have done it. For the women's team, popular and commercial music freshman Tristan Sanders, who was among the top runners in the conference this year, became ill during the weekend and had to stop during the race. But being the competitive athlete that she is, she got up and eventually finished the race. Business economics sophomore Kendall Lane ran an exceptional race and finished among the top for the team with a personal record of 21 minutes and 53 seconds, claiming 21st place. Kendall said, "I feel like I did really well. My main concern was giving my all, considering it was my last race for the season. I felt really good running the entire time and felt like I could keep moving up more and more throughout the entire race. I felt really strong, but relaxed at the same time." End quote. In their 6th place finish, every member of the women's team also finished among the top 50. Biology senior Alma Guerrera Gonzalez placed 34th, Mass Communication sophomore Leah Banks 35th, Environmental Studies sophomore Shannon Hester 38th, Tristan Sanders 41st, English Writing sophomore Jordan Elisa 45th, and Biology sophomore Mary Hebert placed 48th. Mary, another track runner who just decided to run in this championship meet, she placed 48th, which is a huge accomplishment coming from a track runner, so great job, Mary, and keep up the good work. The Loyola team won other awards off the trail by receiving NAIA honors. Shannon Hester and Brian Davis were picked to be on the Champions of Character team. This team consists of those who exemplified the 5 core values of the NAIA, which are integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership. Here at Loyola, we're not just known for our athletic abilities, but also in the classroom. Shannon Hester made the all-academic team along with Brian Davis, Leah Banks, Hernan Espinal, and Anthony Rizzi. Rizzi was also selected as a member of the all-conference team for the SSAC. Our volleyball team took on Bethel University, and despite taking the first set 25-22, the Wolfpack dropped the next 3 straight sets to the Wildcats. Allison Hartman led Loyola with 12 kills on 28 attacks, while Maddie Huckles tailed the team high 25 assists and 13 digs to go along with 3 kills. With the loss, Loyola finishes the 2016 regular season with a 14-21 overall record and an 8-12 mark in SSAC play. But with 8 conference wins, the Wolfpack will enter the 2016 SSAC Volleyball Championships as the 7th overall seed. The championship will take place November 10th through 12th in Montgomery, Alabama. I know our Wolfpack is gonna kill it at the tournament. Pun very much intended. So good luck to our Wolfpack team. Swimming. I was with the swim team this weekend at my internship at Dejo Fitness and supervised as Coach TJ had them working hard in the weight room. And when I mean they were going hard, they were getting after it. This team of freshmen are very disciplined, but they get along so well together. It's just great to see. They're all freshmen. They're all coming straight out of high school together, and they all had the same goal of swimming collegiately, so they're working hard to make it happen.
On my mind.
You just heard one of the swimmers, Sean Mulligan's song, On My Mind, that he performed at the Willow last week. Heard some great reviews about that. Looking forward to more music coming out from Sean. Be sure you go support him and his music, and support all of your swimmers in and out of the pool. Swimming will go to Conway, Arkansas on November 18th and 19th to take on Hendrix College. After that event, swimming won't compete again until January 28th, but I know they'll be working hard in the pool and in the weight room. Be sure to keep up with your swim team and support them around campus. Tennis also doesn't compete again until January 28th, so I'll be sure to remind you when their competitions are coming up.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it, throw to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. The Cubs come pouring out of the dugout.
Oh, speaking of baseball, the baseball team is continuing workouts and getting prepared for this upcoming season. I'll be sure to keep you updated with their information as the season comes around.
Caroline, you divine, mighty fine.
That's all for this week's episode of The Wolfpack. Make sure you tune in November 21st for the next episode. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to tweet me at CarolineGonzo34. Make sure you retweet this on Twitter and share it on Facebook. Go Wolfpack!